Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Fallout Bar after night 3 of the 2025 Betfred World Matchplay from the wonderful Winter Gardens in Blackpool. Carwyn Evans alongside me as ever. It's always us, the two brothers, running the Fallout Bar as ever. How are you, mate?
I'm good, thanks. Yeah, I've changed my glasses so people can differentiate between
I like
us.
that. Yeah, I noticed that yesterday that you'd gone with the little clear.
Yeah. I thought the accents might not be different enough, so I thought I'd change
Yeah,
the glasses
switch
as well.
the glasses and go with the old Jurgen Klopp glasses instead.
Exactly. Yeah. No, but yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, not bad at all, mate. Not bad. How did darts go for yourself this evening? I know you were playing this evening as well.
Yeah. So I won my game 3-1 with a cheeky 16 darter. The team won 5-3. It was all on the last game as well, so we managed to nick a win. So keep a slim playoff hopes alive, but altered in the last few weeks.
Absolutely love to see it. Well, we had plenty of action up there today on the World Matchplay. There's some of it on the board, some of it off the board, as we'll come to as we get through this. Loads of action in the chat room already as well. Video Smurfing, Shelty in, Patrick's in as well. Obviously, as always, all get involved as we go along. If you want to get involved and you can't, it's because you've not clicked subscribe. So make sure you do that if you haven't done that, because we are quite militant in that way. We will not let you get involved unless you subscribe to us. Bob's in as well as ever. Good to see you. We get straight into it and start off with the first game of the night, which was Chris Dobey up against Ricardo. And we both said last night that we sort of fancied the upset in this game and that we thought if Pestretsko could put Dobey under pressure, he could go on and win this game, take his chances and be able to get himself through to the next round. He had every opportunity to do that in this game, and he did not show up whatsoever. And Dobey didn't play particularly well. His scoring was poor. He wasn't good on the outer ring either. Yet he still run out a comfortable winner, because when the doubles that mattered were there, he wasn't under any pressure for them.
No, that was it. And yeah, as you alluded to there, we both sort of went for the upset here. And I think we both have said, with the caveat of Pietruscu being better on Dobey on the doubles and matching him with the scoring. Well, as it turns out, he did neither. And it was just a bit of a damp squib, really. And there was nothing in this game. I know a lot of action followed, which sort of probably makes this game seem even worse maybe than it was. But
it was just entirely forgettable.
Yeah, it was. It was one of those first round ties where you're like, well, yeah, if I never see highlights of this game, I won't be upset about it. And
if I have to watch highlights of it, it's not going to take up too much of my day.
No, that's it. And Dobey will be relieved, because he knows he'll have to perform better if he wants to go deep in this tournament, whilst Ricardo will be thinking to himself and kicking himself, probably thinking, what if? As in, up against the world number 6, only a 90 average, 30% on his doubles, which I know for Dobey is sort of
it's
where you
expect
it to be, isn't it? But you'd still sort of fancy your chances. And Pikachu had enough opportunities. He just didn't take advantage of it, and ultimately it just fell off the face of the earth in the second half of that game.
Yeah, there were too many legs where he was just miles behind. And if there's one thing Chris Dobey is good at, it's taking out doubles when there's no pressure on them. Like, when there's no pressure on them, he looks as good as anyone on the outer ring at times. But yeah, I feel like I've come out of this game and we've not learned anything different about Chris Dobey. There's nothing that I saw today that thinks, oh, he's ready to go on a run here now. I still have the same concerns around his game if he gets put under pressure that I had beforehand.
Yeah, and the things as well, from here on in, you expect him to be under a lot more pressure. It's highly unlikely, starting with the next round, that he'll get the opportunities and the free hits really he's had.
Well, considering he's got Gerwyn Price next, it's very, very unlikely.
You'd expect Price to match him on the scoring and ping his doubles, so he'll have to tighten up a lot if he's sort of got any aspirations of going further than the next round.
Yeah, absolutely. We do have a clip from Chris Dobey, so we'll listen to him, and then we will get on to some of the action that came after that.
Yeah, on my day, I think I'm one of the best players in the world. My dad still braces into us that I am the best player in the world at times, and you know it's kind of taking that in and producing the goods. But yeah, I definitely feel I belong up there, and I am one of the best players in the world. Nah, it puts more pressure on Luke Lillard's. It's got nothing to do with me. I just keep plodding along, just do my job, and hopefully keep winning.
I mean, he's right. He is one of the best players in the world, but we need to see it from him under pressure.
Yeah, that's it. As in, if his dad tells him that, if his dad mentions that to him based on that performance, then his dad's lying to him. But but we all know that isn't Chris Dobey's A game, and it's about him finding that even when he doesn't need to. I think you almost want to see him in a game like that, put in a 96, 97 average, close to 40, 50 penalty doubles.
Finish 10,
just to show that you can do it.
10-2, absolutely just demoralize someone.
Yeah, exactly. Sort of do what do what Littler does to his opponents, where they can throw whatever they want. He'll just come out and blitz them. And at the moment, Dobey's sort of in that stage where he does enough. And eventually that catches up with you.
It does, absolutely. Couple more in the chat room. Anthony, always good to have you in. James as well. And the Godfather is in the chat room. Get yourself logged in the back end and come and join us and talk about some darts, Gob. If you're sat there watching, you might as well be on. And we will go on to talking about some darts and some other incidents in this next one. And we called for it last night. We asked for it. We wanted needle. We wanted drama. This one certainly delivered that between Gerwyn Price and Daryl Gurney, didn't it, Carl?
Oh, massively. And I think last night I said, I hope we don't get a repeat of the World Cup of Darts final where they're hugging each other and laughing and joking, and that it had something to it. And I think you said, I think it will, because they're playing for themselves again. And it certainly didn't disappoint. And unfortunately for Gurney, he gave it large, as you'd expect from him. He's that fiery character. We love to see it. It's these characters that make darts what it is. But he just couldn't quite back it up when he needed to. And Price obviously getting over the line. But despite all the antics, there was a very good game, as in doubling from both was good. Finishing was some of the big finishes was amazing, and they both scored relatively heavy. So no, as in it was sort of an entertaining game of darts before
even without the afters, it was
exactly.
Just a really good game as well. And I think we are starting to see more now from Daryl Gurney that he's putting in the levels that we expect from him, that he used to put in before sort of the slump. And obviously winning the World Cup's probably helped give him a bit of confidence. And against a lot of players with this performance he put in tonight, he'd probably have won. But you can't be the sort of character that Daryl Gurney is, where he gives it the big one and he's always part of it and he's an edgy character, and get upset when someone gives it you back.
No, and I think that's where maybe Price is better now, is that if somebody gives it back, it's sort of okay, it's on now. I'll give it even bigger next time, as opposed to, you can't do that. Where, I think, and that's probably what won it for Price in the end, is the fact that he held it together a bit better.
Yeah. I don't think there was anything from Price in this game that was out of order.
No.
Yes, there's a bit of roaring, there's a bit of Time, but it was all at the right time. It was when he'd actually done something, and it wasn't getting in the way of Gezi of Daryl doing his thing. Like,
No.
There was nothing that took too long or anything like that. I thought it was absolutely fine from him. I'm not really sure what the issue was, but I'm all for it.
Oh gosh, yeah. As in, it'll certainly make interesting debates across social media of who said what and
don't think we'll see the same in the next round with Price and Dobey. I don't think Chris Dobey really has that side.
No, it doesn't. And I think sometimes Price likes that because it does bring the best out of him. But I also think he's at a stage in his career where he can sort of tone it down and just do enough. It's almost as if he's in control of his emotions a bit better. But I loved it. As in
of course you did. Gerwyn Price won. Of course you.
He did win. Yeah, but you know what? When Gurney took the 150 out, I thought, ooh,
yeah,
this is going all the way.
It felt like he got close at that point, and obviously he missed the dart to tie the game as well, didn't he? Dart at 777.
Yeah.
To level it up at 8 apiece, and at that point, then it is really game on. But I guess he cleaned up the 41 with minimal fuss, and from there on in, that final leg, he was always ahead.
Yeah.
Good win for him, and I think it's exactly how you'd want to start a tournament. Like, average a ton, really good on the outer ring, get 2/3 of your doubles. Just a perfect start.
Yeah, he'll go into the rest of the tournament now full of confidence, thinking there's no reason I can't go all the way. He doesn't meet. I don't think he meets a Luke or the only Luke left till the final. So he'll fancy a deep run now, sort of with the way the draws falling.
Yeah, it's always a good place to be if you don't have to play them until right at the end. Obviously, you're gonna have to beat them, but if you want to win it, but it just puts you in a position where you can go on and, like you say, not have to worry about it too much.
Yeah.
We have also got Gerwyn Price after this. Minute 10, this one as well. This could be interesting. I hope this is as good as I hope it might be. So we'll listen to that and then we will carry on with the rest.
Yeah, I just felt like I needed to keep myself composed. Sometimes I can, and I was forcing not to let my emotions get the best of me. And, sometimes that's what happens. And, I can let out the emotions and then, the next pitch or the next leg's not so good. So sometimes I try and control it, and I did in that game. And I think possibly that's what got me over the winning line, is just trying to keep everything intact and then let it go at the end.
But like you say, that big emotional outpour at the end, was that keeping it in for that 4 or 5 legs?
I think I did, for a lot of legs. And, I was beating myself up, missing opportunities. I did a big score and then I did absolute rubbish. And, just sort of kept him in the game. And, I went to the table and I felt like the 150 was going out. And it did, and I was like, just give myself a kick up the backside. So I just break him here now and get the match done, and I did. Definitely, I know if it was 5, 6, 7 years ago, that game probably could have got away from me and just slipped away. But I've learned to just try and keep my emotions intact at key points sometimes, and I did today. I think in 2 or 3 legs where, my head was going to blow off, but I just had to keep it.
I like it.
Yeah.
Big fan of that.
Yeah, and I think that's what we were sort of saying, wasn't it? Is the fact that
he can hold it together.
When he needs to, he sort of, and I think he, as Bob alludes to there, he gave it a big one after taking it out of the 29. I think he just thinks, oh, that's an important leg. I'll give it something, irrespective maybe of finish.
It could be like 1-1, 2-2.
Yeah.
And hitting it after like 6 attempts at it. He's still, if it's a big moment in the game, then just
make the most of it.
Yeah,
100%.
On to the third game of the night then. And this was closer than I sort of thought it would be. but that was mainly because Michael Van Gerwen was not at the level we thought he might have turned up and played. It was definitely not vintage MVG, and it's sort of what I expected from Barney. In that it'll be in the 80s, he'll win some legs, but he won't really be particularly close to winning. And I think he didn't tell us a lot about where MVG's at because he just did enough.
Yeah, I don't want to say it felt like MVG felt sorry for Barney, but it did feel like MVG knew he was going to win, knew he was probably going to win quite comfortably, and just did that.
It was all very friendly, wasn't it? Even at the end, like the whole keeping his hand up and all that sort of thing. Yeah, boring.
Yeah, I understand. As in, Barney's probably coming towards the end of his second darting career, but I think sometimes, especially MVG, as in he's had a tough year, 18 months. He needs something to get him motivated, to get that back in his game. And as much as he probably didn't want to batter Barney 10-0, 10-1, it would have been a statement win that could have helped him. Because as you say, we've learned nothing from MVG as to where his game's at. As in,
and he's not worried anyone else with this either, has he?
No. As in, next up for him is just a small matter of Josh Rock. So good luck with that. I don't want to spoil the sort of the last game if you haven't seen the results. But
don't worry about that. I spoiled the prize one immediately.
but that's the thing. As in, Rock will look back at that and think, okay, if that's what MVG's got to offer, I'll throw two darts. Because he's not going to touch him. And I don't know where. I can't tell you MVG.
I absolutely think. Well, we know there's more there, obviously, but I also think he's going to be motivated for there to be more that comes out as well. I don't think that was a performance based on that's his form at the moment and the level he's at. I think it was just a case of doing enough, getting past Barney, and we'll move on and sort of get there. But I am with you.
Can he switch it on though? Can he switch it on? Can he switch it on quick enough now for Wednesday night to be bang on it from the off? Because Rock won't take any prisoners. He won't care.
He's watched that tonight before he's played, and he's gonna be just thinking, if I go up there and just play the board, I win this comfortably.
Exactly, and so yeah, I think I don't know where it leaves MVG really. As in, I mean, when you sort of think of the other Dutch victors throughout the first round, I think MVG has probably been the most underwhelming of them all. And okay, I know he's won number 3 and he's won everything that he's won, but I just feel like are we sort of seeing a changing of the guard slowly happening in Dutch dart?
Quite possibly. I don't know if we're quite there yet, but it's coming.
Yeah.
When you look at the way that the others have played, like Jan was unbelievable. Like he's getting more and more comfortable on the big stage. He's going to be a problem for a lot of people for a long, long time.
Yeah.
Then Noppert just looks comfortable up there most of the time now, doesn't he? He's some players where you always think that he's going to be up there and he's going to perform, and then like you look at the others, Dirk, we know he can really turn it on at times. He will be more up and down, maybe not as consistent, and Jermaine probably the same as that as well. He's got levels he can go through, but won't be as consistent. But yeah, there is a lot there, and
don't forget your Manchester darts.
Well,
don't forget your Manchester League darts rival.
I don't know. I talked about him. He beat Aspinall. He doesn't count. Gonna get
That's true. Yeah, I thought you forgot him on purpose.
I think a winner in. pick a draw in that one if I could. But yeah, MVG, he's sort of job done without really worrying anyone. Let's hear what he's got to say, and then we're on to game number 4, final game of the night.
You grew into the tournament?
Nah, my life is totally different. My dad had an operation. He had cancer last week. That's why I'm playing today. Of course, middle in divorce. I brought my daughter to get myself. But for the rest, I feel good. I feel more calm now, and I think from here on, I can make steps, and I'm gonna take whatever is possible to do as well and as possible as I can, and then afterwards I go on holiday, and towards September, October, then I need to be fully ready. And they want to hype it. If you really look to the facts, it's not a hype. They want to make it a clash, and I understand that, because I think what Raymond did for the sport of darts is incredible. But darts moves on, and darts doesn't stop for anyone. Not even for me, not for Phil Taylor, for no one. Simple as that.
Yeah,
I think
an honest assessment.
Yeah, I think that's probably the sort of the assessment that, like I say, it doesn't stop for him either. And there are a lot of other young Dutchmen coming through now. So if he doesn't want to be in that same category as talking about him as what he's done for darts is great, and that rather than that and talking about him still winning things, then he's gonna have to up it. I've asked how many legs in round 2. It's best of 21, first to 11 in round 2.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting with Michael when all the ongoings in his personal life are sorted and he can fully concentrate on darts again. Will we see him return to the level, maybe not to the exact levels we've seen him at, but in a place where he is competitive with both Lukes? Because at the moment, the gap between both Luke's and Price, I guess, even though Price has fallen on the rankings, there's a distinct gap between them at the moment.
Yeah, there is. And like you say, although he is still sat there in third at the moment, and he doesn't feel like the world number 3 when you watch him. I know he's had, like I say, he has had a hell of a lot going on in his personal life, obviously. It's well documented. We don't really need to go into too much detail on it, and it does affect you. It will make a difference. And darts probably hasn't been his main focus for a while. But if he is going to get back to those levels, we need to start seeing something. Otherwise, he is going to start to slip down the rankings. And then once it gets a lot harder.
Definitely. And yeah, I agree with you there. It's tough.
Yeah. Final game of the night. And I think this is on us, this. We gave this the massive build-up that it was going to be tight battle all the way to the end, extra legs. And it was never really close. And for me, that is fully down to, yes, Ross Smith didn't start particularly well, but it is fully down to how good Josh Rock was throughout this game. And obviously, there's a couple of contenders in this, but this is right up there for performance of the week so far.
Oh, definitely. I think, and I sort of mentioned this off air, if we weren't talking about Luke Littler and everything he's done in darts, I think Josh Rock would be the name we'd be banging on about, because the way he's playing at the moment, as in he's like a darts player possessed. I think had he not fudged up the last leg with a few missed darts on a double and missing the big number, his average would have been, I think, 106 something. So,
yes.
But
it was just a measly 104 in the end.
Yeah, disappointingly. But no, those first 5 legs, Ross Smith didn't really get a look in. And I know you say we should take the blame. I think Ross Smith should take the blame for not turning up, because we played our part. Sorry, what were you going to say?
Yeah, it was a poor start from him, wasn't it? Let's be honest. It was not what we expect from him. I mean, we've gone through the first 4 legs of the match. He's 4-0 down. he's nodded to 180. It's not particularly it's not what you expect from him, because he's one of the best 180 hitters in the world. He's also, we've seen him perform very well up on that stage before. It's not like he's new to it. It's not like we've not seen him do it. I really expected him to come out firing.
Yeah, and yes, I expected more from him from the start. And I think he sort of got himself back into the game in that second session, 6-3 down, throwing before the break. And you just think, hold your throw here, and you'll get a chance at some point in the second half of the game to break.
Yeah.
But obviously, Josh went back-to-back 180s, and that was the end of holding a throw, really. But yeah, I thought Rock was pretty solid throughout, and once he'd got into that sort of 3-0, 4-0 lead, you're sort of thinking he can hold any fight back here. But once he got 5-0, 6-1, you're sort of thinking, well,
too far, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
in
the
a
only
race to 10,
like I say, was at 6-3.
Yeah.
3. After, obviously, it was the back-to-back legs where they both went perfect. And yeah, but he could have got in at the break at 6-4.
It's game on, I think.
Game, aren't you?
Yeah.
7-3, it feels a big gap. And then, see, even though we broke him coming out of that, we all know it's only a break if you hold, and you hold the next leg. And unfortunately, it felt like that was always going to be all she wrote. I know he didn't manage to wrap it up at 10-4, which he could have done as well. He was on for back-to-back 140 checkouts, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Taking it out to go 9-4 up, and then left it again and wasn't able to take it that time. But it was all too comfortable, wasn't it? This.
It was, and I think credit to Rock, because it's a tricky first round draw that for both of them. As in, both of them would have fancied a nice run in Blackpool. Then they draw each other, and well, that's it for one of them. But at the moment, Rock just is playing with a confidence and a belief that he can beat anybody on tour, and I think that makes him dangerous, because not only does he think that, he's actually backing that up with performances and getting those wins and winning Pro Tours, winning out on the Euro Tour, and obviously the World Cup as well to go with that. And even though it was a pairs tournament, I think Gurney would admit for most of the weekend, Rock carried him. And his scoring is just unbelievable. You think you're in with him, in a leg with him, then he'll hit 5 treble 20s out of the next 6 starts, and the leg's gone.
Yeah.
And he's just sort of, his all-round game at the moment is up there with the best in world darts, and it's only a matter of time until he's not only being discussed to the Premier League, but I think fighting to be in there based on being in the top 4, because I think
for a while. I want him in there. I don't care if he's number 17 in the world. Little treat for us, but that was it, Colin.
Siri getting involved in the watch or something.
Yeah, I don't care that he's world number 17, and I don't care that he's not won a big one yet. The Premier League is about entertainment week in, week out. And there is no conceivable argument you can put to me that tells me that Josh Rock wouldn't be a better watch than most of the people in there. And I'm including some of the top players in there. I will put Michael in that category as well.
Yeah.
But right now, I would rather watch Josh Rock for 16 weeks than I would most of other people in darts.
Well, can you imagine sort of in the Premier League, Luke Little of round 1 against Josh Rock of round 1? As in, it would be unbelievable viewing for everybody. And I think what we need to see from Rock now, though, is that level maintained over the course of a tournament. As in, I'm not saying he has to win the match play this week. But what he can't do now is go out to the next round with a measly 93 average. As in, he needs to
drop
hit
off 10, 15 points from what he's done. Yeah. If he gets beat, it has to be because someone's done something spectacular.
Exactly that. Yeah.
Well, hopefully that is the case. Hopefully he does maintain that level because it's just fantastic to watch. And not only is it fantastic to watch, he plays again on Wednesday night, and I'm there on Wednesday night. So,
wow.
Absolutely wanted him against MBG on Wednesday night. I hope they are both bang at it. Just because I'm a selfish bastard, but more than anything else. We have got a clip of Josh Rock because the hardest working man in darts, the famous Mr. Phil Bars, has already got it clipped up and put in for us. This is just the best.
Unbelievable,
man. Right, so we'll listen to that, and then it is prediction time. So make sure if you haven't already, click subscribe. While you're at it, click like, because the more you click like, the more people see us, and the more of this we can put out.
I didn't see my mind. I wasn't allowed it in the end, but I'm not going any further about it. Yeah, well, obviously the PDC, Matt Porter especially, he sees what I've been doing, and obviously I was grateful to get the call up from him. He knows what I can do, and he believes in me, so I'm very grateful I got the call up. That's up to Matt Porter, that's not up to me. Fingers crossed, obviously, touch wood. I'll take it if I get it, but I'm here to win trophies. I'm not here to just expect to get Premier League next year whatsoever. I haven't proved myself yet, so I need to prove myself.
That's the absolute right attitude, really.
Yeah, is there a version on half speed? Because a lot of that I didn't get.
It was difficult to sort
of. But I did get him saying that he wants to win trophies.
I'm going to have to watch the full one back afterwards. The first bit where he said something about not being allowed, I had no idea what he's talking about. There is no context to that whatsoever. We can't give you any context to it, so you'll have to go and watch the full thing once we are done here. Don't go before we're done, because that would just be mean. So we are on to predictions. We're on to night 4 already. It is flying by, isn't it, this match play already?
It is, but I think the darts on the whole has been very good standard. As in, it's had everything pretty much everything you'd want from an opening round. As in, had Gilding ping that double 12 for the 9 dart, they probably would have had everything. But no, you know what? I love match play. As in, I think darts fans who are fortunate to get there love the atmosphere, and it's an amazing buzz, and it brings out the best in the players. So I think you're in for a real treat come Wednesday night.
I absolutely can't wait. But before that, we are into the second round tomorrow. Already there. So it is, as we mentioned, best of 21. First to 11 now. So get ready with your predictions in the chat. And we start off. We talked about this sort of the up-and-comers in Dutch darts and whether there's a passing of the guard. We start off with 2 of them. Jan van Veen up against Danny Noppert. Which way are you going on this one?
I think similar to what I said about the Dobey match tonight. I think if Van Veen doesn't show too much respect and plays his own game, I think he comes out on top. I think his scoring power and his checkouts are deadly when he's on it. But Noppert, with his methodical action, I think is a player who hangs around and doesn't let you run away with a game. So I think we're in for a lot. I think we're in for a lot of legs.
Like you won't get the same peaks and troughs.
Yeah,
but he will always be there and thereabouts.
Yeah, but I don't think he can get far enough ahead in this game to panic Gian. So I'm going to go that youth beats experience. Van Veen to win 11-8.
I think I'm with you as well. I think it's maybe slightly wider, but only by a leg. I think 11-7. I think that's
Yeah.
pushing. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a lot closer, but I just expect a really good performance from Van Baerle. Video Smurf nearly got at it from me there for just picking a winner at first, but he redeemed himself before I got a chance to call him out for it. So let you off for that one. Patrick's got it 11-9. Vajani's the same as us. He thinks it's going the way of the youngster. Bob's got it 11-7, same as me. Videosmurf's got it 11-9 as well. We've also got James at 11-7. Shelty's got it 11-9. And Matt's got it 11-10, which I think you can't have 11-10, can we?
Oh, it says 11-0, but I don't know.
Oh, 11-0. Sorry, I can't read. That's not ideal.
I don't know if it's
nil is bold. I would never have expected it to say 11-0, so my mind made me think it was 11-10. 11-0 is, I mean, I'm all for it because it would have to be some level of performance to keep Danny Noppert to 0.
It'd be interesting to know what the sponsors of the match play would offer on something like that, but I'd imagine it would be very generous. I can't imagine many backing that, but crazier things have happened in darts.
Yeah, you are right. 200-1 if you want to punt on that.
Oh, it's not as out there as I thought, but well, yeah.
Yeah, it probably should be more than that, to be honest. There is absolutely no conceivable way that I can think that Danny Noppert will not win at least a leg.
Yeah, and I'd imagine if
he will, like, Jan's gonna have to. He's gonna have to average 130 if he's gonna keep doing it.
Yeah, he's gonna have to break in.
And that
12
still might not
darts.
get him an 11-0.
Yeah, he's have to break in 12 darts in either 5 or 6 legs, depending who hits the ball. Because at some point, Noppert will have a shot at 15 darts.
Yeah,
definitely.
Exactly. Up next, we have got Vessel Nyman up against James Wade. Two of the best performances we've seen so far. It's a really good game, I think. And I have absolutely no idea which way I think it's going to go.
No, head and heart are sort of disagreeing here a bit. I can see Wade playing as well as he did against Cullen again.
Yeah.
Can Nyman match him? I just think Wade's too stubborn.
Yeah, it's a lot to back up what he did.
Yeah.
In that first round against Nathan Aspinall.
Wade will leave himself on finish between 80 and 130 too often not to take a few of them out.
After 12 darts or 9 all the time as well. Like, he's not going to give you many opportunities unless you are at it and you're at it all the way.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go Wade.
What score are you having?
11-9 Wade, I think.
11-9. I think this might be an extra legs job, and there's a few in the chat that think it might be an extra legs job as well. Am I going bold enough to go extra? No, you know what? I'm going to take Nyman 11-9.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it might get in the extra legs, but
it wouldn't surprise me.
No, it's one of those that I don't think any outcome in this game will particularly surprise me.
No.
Other than Matt's prediction of 15-0, that would surprise me.
Yeah.
I'm all for it if he can do it. Bob's got it 11-6 for Wade. He's got it wider. Again, would not surprise me one little bit. Video Smurf, 12-10 to Wade, so extra legs there. Patrick's got the same score as well. James has gone the same as Bob at 11-6. And Patrick's changed his mind. So I see what he's done. He's written out Wade and then he's changed his mind, but left Wade in there. So he's actually going for Nyman to win 12-10. And Chelsea's got it 11-8 for Wade. The next game that we have is Stephen Bunting against Gary Anderson. Now, I really like Stephen Bunting. He's a great bloke, good character, everything you want a darts player to be. But I love Gary Anderson. So it's not often, there's not many people that will be up against Stephen Bunting and I go, oh, I really want them to beat him. But Gary Anderson is that person. So I'm going straight in. I'm going in early. I'm going fully heart overhead. Gary Anderson wins 11-5.
Yeah, I think on darting ability with no emotions at all, Bunting wins. But having heard his post-match speech where he was like, I cannot wait to play Gary on this incredible stage. As
I don't like it. I hate it.
Emotions. You say that after you've destroyed him. You say, I'm really sorry, Gary, but I had to win.
We said it about last night. There was somebody we mentioned.
I think it was Bunting when he spoke about Gary, didn't he?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, no, yeah, of course it was. It was his interview afterwards. Yeah, it was the first thing he said straight after. Oh, it's going to be a pleasure to play him.
Yeah, and as nice a fella as Gary is, as in he won't take any prisoners up on the Blackpool stage.
No, he's gonna just, if he gets an opportunity, he's taking it. He's
but
right on your throat and not taking it off until you've finished.
If Gary can weather the storm of the first 4 or 5 legs, if he's still in it at the first break, I think Gary wins extra time 13-11.
13-11 to Gary, so you've got it a lot closer than I have, but most of the chat is in the same place. James has got Bunting 14-13 and 15-14. I think 14-13 is the maximum, isn't it? I think he's basically telling us it's going to go all of the legs.
Yeah,
absolutely fine. Paul Samrook in the chat, always good to see Paul in the chat. Paul's on my darts team. On wide as well for Ando. Love to see it. He just wants to make sure he keeps his place in the team for next week. Chelsea's got it, Gary 11-7, as is Patrick, and Video Smurf is in with 11-9 for Gary, and Bob's got it 11-8. So, yeah, only James in the Bunting corner there got himself out on his own. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me again. Like, there's very little that's going to surprise me, I think, tomorrow night.
No, not exactly.
And finally, we come to you, the Welsh correspondent, Johnny Clayton, up against a resurgent Mike Dedeker, who is now holiday free and available for all darts matches.
Yeah. This is a tricky one. Even though Clayton wasn't as good as his opponent based on stats in the first game, he was better than Dedeker. Yeah. And I just think at the moment, Clayton is throwing better darts than Mike. Therefore,
sort of more consistently, isn't he?
Yeah, and I think the problem with Clayton is it's highly unlikely he will batter somebody. I can't see him winning 11-3, 11-4 because he hits too many loose darts for that to happen. But I do think he wins. And I think Clayton wins 11. 11-6 or 11-8. I'll go in the middle, 11-7.
11-7, Johnny Clayton. So
Yeah.
the shock of the night, Carwyn Evans picks the Welshman to win. Not much value about on picking Johnny Clayton to win either, to be honest.
No, that's not. No.
Mike Decker at 6-4 looks a decent price to me. I think you might nick this, and it's mainly just because I wasn't overly impressed with Clayton's attitude, as we mentioned, of pick up some money, talking about picking up money rather than being here to win the tournament. So yeah, I just think when it comes down to it, I think Mike Decker might go on and win this one. I think it's close, and I think you're never going to batter Johnny Clayton. You're not going to beat him by a long way. He's going to be in the fight. And not quite extra legs, but 11-9 for Mike Decker. What else have we got in the chat? Oh, evening, Joe. Good to have you in. He snuck a late pick in there for Andor winning 11-7 in the previous game. For this game, Patrick's got it Clayton 11-6. He's in and around with you there, Carwyn, as is Video Smurf at 11-8. Clayton 11-9 for Shelty. I think, wouldn't be shocked. Joe's got it 11-8 for Clayton as well. Paul's got it 12-10. I don't even know if you can bet on 12-10. You can on the correct score markets. You can even sneak in a little 12-10 for a player of your choice. Bit of value in 12-10 for Decker. 20-1 there, Paul. That'll pay for plenty of Star of Brahmins in Prague on your stag do this weekend when we're there. Joe 11-8, as we mentioned, for Clayton. Bob's got it Clayton 12-10, and Jim's got it 11-5 for Clayton. He's got it wider than anyone. And that's us all done. It's been a relatively short show for once, 48 minutes. Not kept everyone too long.
And in bed before tomorrow morning?
Before midnight and everything. This is remarkable from us.
Cinderella-style Fallout Bar.
That is it, yeah. Do not be losing your glass slippers. That's us all done. Me and you again tomorrow? I think it might be.
I'm certainly about again if the darts allow me to. So.
There we go then. It is going to be me and you again for tomorrow evening. If we can get Gob to stay out of bed, then maybe he'll join us. But yeah, he's didn't fancy it this evening, so we'll have to see if we can get him on tomorrow. But if not, it'll just be the two brothers leading it as ever.
Exactly.
So, yeah, all done. And thank you all very much for joining in. Like I say, it is all you guys that makes this show. It would be boring if it was just us two talking to each other. So have a lovely rest of your night. There's not much of it left. And we will see you all tomorrow after another cracking session when it will be round 2 of the Betfred World Matchplay. Bye all.